Hey everyone, it's Tracy Ebert, and I am so honored and excited to talk with you today. Can you believe it's 2018? Oh my goodness, if you're like me, I love New Year's. It's kind of like a whole slate has been wiped clean, and we just get to set new goals and we get to go for them. And so I'm excited to be able to speak with you today about connecting through social media. I really feel like there's a couple things though I need to address before we get going there. Just because some of you may be sitting there today and you may think that social media isn't for you, or you might think that some of the new stuff going on, it's really hard for you. But can I tell you something? Did you know that change, which is happening, it has happened, continuing to happen, is the catalyst that creates momentum? It is so true. I love that our pastor always says that to us, and it gets me excited because I know that when change happens, that means we're getting ready to create momentum. And I don't know about you, but I would love to have that momentum. So hang on, hear me out, and I hope that I can tell you some information today that is going to encourage you and that you're really going to appreciate. So I don't know if you've ever heard the whole analogy of the car. Jane Francis taught me this a long time ago, and I think I was at Sandy Conway's roundup when I heard this, but the car has 4 tires, right? And so I want you to think of your business in terms of that. You have 1 tire is about sponsoring, 1 tire is for your shows, bookings, events, all those different things. 1 is your personal development, and your other is your team development. Even if you're sitting there without a team, you're a part of a team, and so that gets into that category. So you have these 4 tires, and as long as they're all working, you're moving, right? But some of us, maybe your shows aren't right where you want them to be, and so that tire isn't working like it should be, or maybe sponsoring is low or it hasn't happened yet, and that's there. We have the ability to take that self-development in our own hand and make that tire go. So what are you reading? Who are you hanging out with? You are like the 5 people that you most hang around with. So think about that. And then your team development. Are you showing up? Are you at rallies? Are you at trainings? Are you looking to what's going on and learning? Okay, so those are those 4 tires. But how many of you are just sitting in your car right now, the engine's running, and you're just sitting there? Maybe you're stalled, right? Because here's the deal. In Premier, in the past, we had this one road, and we could just drive down this road, and it's like driving through Indiana out in the country, right? You have cornfields on all sides, and there's not a lot of options, so you're just driving down that road. So we had the traditional shows, we weren't on social media, and it was just very to the point of what we could and couldn't do. But now what's happened is we've arrived in Dallas. This is all I can think about, is we're in Dallas, this huge city that has all these exits and these ramps and these interstates and these roads, and they're all running parallel, and then you have to turn off. My Siri couldn't even keep up with it. Seriously, at one point my car got turned around on the picture and it told me to get off and turn left, but it was really going right. It was so confusing, y'all. And so technology, right? So, but hear me out. Here we are in 2018 with all of these options of which route we can take. Y'all have put an address into your smartphone, right? And you bring up your maps and you route it out, and there's always a few options. You can take the fastest route, you can take this other route, you can take back roads, right? But you choose and you go. So that's kind of like what I'm encouraging you to do today. We have pulled up to Dallas, Texas. So you're in this big city. You could be in a suburb. Maybe you don't want as many options. Or maybe you want to just stay on that one road and keep going. And if your business is working that way, y'all, keep going. There is no need to jump in and out. But anybody that knows me knows I am a platter person. The more I've got going on, the more I seem better to do. I thought I was crazy for the longest time, but realized that those are part of my strengths as a person, my top 5 strengths, and my personality. And so I'm wired that way. So I want to tell you right now, you do not have to be me, right? I don't have to be you either. And that is what the beauty of our verse of the year last year, that God has created us all uniquely and that he's given us each different gifts. But when we come together, we truly are better together. And so I hope that you'll learn from me. I learn from you all the time. And so you're at these roads, And so what this means is maybe you want to start trying a little more with your social media, right? You can get on to this little road and try it for a little while. Because you know what's nice? When you get on interstates, there's always an exit ramp pretty close, right? Usually a couple miles down the road. So you can get on. If it's not for you, you just get off that exit and you keep doing what you're doing. But maybe you want to go a little longer, right? Okay, so whatever it does, it's going to take you to a new location. It's going to take you to a new direction. And so I want you to think that way when talking about social media and all these different services we can offer women, or all these different things we can do in a style show, or maybe you're doing a traditional jewelry show. Whatever works for you, you guys do it, own it. Do not sit in that car and let the gas run and you go nowhere, because then you're wasting your time and you're wasting your money. So start driving, pick which route you're gonna do, and just go for it, because that is what's gonna create that momentum. This change is gonna create that momentum for your business. So let's get into social media and how to connect. I know sometimes it's really hard to believe that we can connect through social media, but I have to tell you, I have been floored at the number of relationships I've been able to stay in front of because of social media. You know, before we would go to jewelry shows and we would love them and we would leave them, but now we can connect and add them to our Facebook groups, whatever kind of group you want, or just add them as a friend on Facebook or any social media, and you can stay in front of them. You start to hear about their life more than what you would even hear at a show. They see more about you, and they see, for me, how crazy I am sometimes, just running from one thing to another. And so the beauty in that is we can create relationships. So there's a few things I want to talk to you about for sure today with connecting on social media. Now, some of you may be sitting there and you may not want to do social media. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, it is okay. You don't have to, okay? You do what you want to do. You get on which road you want to take. But if you want to try it out, I'm going to talk to some of those beginners here for just a second. Did you know that just posting one time a day on your Facebook page is going to start allowing you to create a higher algorithm where people are going to start seeing you more? It is so true. And you might be thinking, what do I post? Brand yourself. It's time to start telling people who you are. You don't have to be talking all about Premier all the time. You don't have to just show jewelry all the time. You don't have to be salesy. In fact, don't be salesy. People will be more attracted to you and connect to you when you are posting, like this morning, my gauge on my car on the way to the gym showed -7. The wind chill is -22. So I snapshotted it, put it on social media. It started a conversation. And so they see that I'm in real life posting different things. I'll post pictures of my kids because I love my kids. I'm a work-at-home mom. I love my kids. That's why I do this. They're involved in different things. I want people to see their ages. I want them to see that I know how to juggle these things, or that I can relate to them because I have kids. I always post pictures of my hot husband and I because I'm in love with him and he is amazing. And if we can be an example to so many out there, why not? So I post those things. I post scripture, I post encouragement, I post some of those funny clips because they make me laugh and I figure they're gonna make somebody else laugh. So think outside the box of what you can do and post one time a day. Now, something else you really got to start doing is connecting, not to just posting yourself, but think about posting to other people. We all know who Facebook stalkers are, right? Those are the people that go on Facebook and just sit and scroll. They don't like anything, they don't say anything, but the next time you're out and about and you see them, they're gonna comment to you and you're like, oh, they didn't like or comment my post, but they saw it. Let's don't be those people. We want to comment and we want to like. In fact, Shay Greenwood has taught me so much about social media and taught me to go online and look for different classes that you can take. I don't know if you know this, but you can Google or go to YouTube and you can look up ideas for a Facebook business, or how Facebook works, or Instagram, maybe you want to step in that, or Pinterest. Go on there and look. You're going to find free broadcast, free training. You're going to connect with people that you can follow on social media that will constantly give you tips, teach you how to connect, and to do all of that stuff. So back to the basics. You're going to post one time a day, okay? I don't care what it is. Now think about this for a minute too. Facebook does have a lot of different rules that you can and cannot do, so we have to be very aware of those things. And so on your personal timelines and in groups, you are not supposed to be salesy. By that, you're really not supposed to like put this necklace on and tell the price and ask them to buy it. So you don't want to do that because people aren't going to really want to connect with you that way. Oh, side note, something else you do not want to do is you do not want to add friends just for the sake of being able to get in front of them to sell or try to get them to sell with you on the business. That is a yucky no-no. That is one reason I think people have ran from direct sales. So be cognitive of that. You can add friends that you meet at shows and do all that for sure. Create a VIP group where you can add people in and ask your friends to add people, but don't just start adding them to all that stuff. Another way that this is going to increase your connection to people on social media is to go live. I know that scares you, but do it afraid and do that live video. It is actually the #1 way to increase your visibility on social media. And here's a little tip that I learned as well. When you go live, right at the beginning, get to what you're gonna say, get to what you're gonna do. You go live all the time at your shows and in front of people, so just be real and go on there. If you mess up, you mess up. It's all right. I drop jewelry every time I do a show in person or I stumble across my words. It's totally fine. But what you need to do is say, hey guys, it's Tracy. Do me a quick favor. If you're watching this live with me now, put a #1. If you're watching this on replay, put a #2. So what that does is you start seeing who watches it on replay, which is a lot, which bumps it back to the top, okay? Now, here's the deal. When you do that though, you're gonna go back at a later time and you're gonna go and you're gonna comment to those people. Thanks for watching my video. Oh, it was so good to see you. Start a conversation with them inside of those comments. It builds your visibility on Facebook, but you're connecting with those people. Then maybe after responding to them once, move it over to your private messenger and just say, hey girl, it's really nice to connect with you. Really keep that relationship building. That's gonna put your stuff in front of them more. And if you want, you can say, maybe she liked something you said about your business, about helping women with closet consults or helping women with their style or just to feel confident. You're gonna be able to talk to that then in that private message, and it's just a lot more personal that way. You wanna post also valuable content, open-ended questions. I love that there's a picture floating around of just different colors of coffee and just saying, hey, which color of coffee are you? Girls, you will get so many responses, and it's fun just to go through and comment to that. Also just engaging. Make sure when people comment on your pictures, you engage back to them. You reply to them, whether it's a happy face or a comment or an open-ended question. Make sure you're liking and commenting on their posts. They say if you can spend around 10 minutes commenting on people's posts before you post something, that more people are gonna see it. Keep relationships going, you guys. Social media is an amazing tool to be able to connect. It is not rocket science, I promise. Get on there, be you. If you like to bake, get on there and post some pictures of things that you baked. But you better be wearing your cute jewelry and say, hey, you know what? I know how to cook, but I also know how to look cute. You can say that, and you don't have to feel arrogant because we know that you're cute. Also, no specific names of your brand. This is really hard one to really figure out, but I remember hearing somebody tell me a long time ago that they stopped using the name of the company, so not saying Premier Designs on invitations and different things because of the direct sales industry and just the bad rap that over the years, you know, people think about. So start branding you. You are your own brand. So when you post something today, I posted a picture from here down, right? Just of the jewelry and just tagged, oh, the cold never bothered me anyway, that line from Frozen. And of course people start saying, oh my gosh, now that song's in my head or whatever. So it starts a relationship, but they're seeing this jewelry and I'm saying, you guys stay tuned because that jewelry debuts Saturday. And so just creating that fun little algorithm works. So y'all, are you sitting in that car today? Are you ready to move forward? Pick one day of the week, every day, pick something to post. So Monday you post something personal. Tuesday you post something about your kids. Wednesday you post an outfit. Thursday you just take a picture of a piece of jewelry and put some fun little quote. Did you know you can Google quotes? Like, so today I put, winter weather quotes, and I saw that line from Frozen, and I put that along with the picture just to create interaction. Y'all can do this too. I believe in you. So I hope that you have your engine started and you're ready to start driving. And I'm going to be over there waving you on because, girls, the sky can't even limit you. Have a great day and go connect.